Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Shonen and Chill, hosted by Zenrotto and Asaratha.
I love Shonen.
It's just, man, this is so
Many people are
rough.
saying this.
Yeah, if you ask around, many people are saying that they love Shonen. That's actually probably true.
Yes, that actually is very
That's
true.
actually true. Yeah. Um, all right, so this week kind of was not super great, so we're just gonna
Not
lay
particularly
down
exciting.
the itinerary in the beginning here, so y'all can decide what we're going to. Our top threes, I think we both agreed this week were Chainsaw Man, Undead Unluck, and Kagurabachi.
Yep,
Uh,
goaded.
and of course, we'll be talking about My Hero and Jujutsu Kaisen like we do every week.
Yeah.
Much to much to your distress. And then also we are officially canceling New Age Exorcist. We're not reading this anymore. It's really
Yeah, on
bad,
Twitter
y'all.
too, we're
It's
canceling
really
too.
bad. Yeah. Well, yeah. Also on Twitter. Um, no, it's just really bad. Like I don't have anything to say about it other than it's just really bad. Um,
It's gotten to the point where we don't have fun saying it's really bad every week
yeah,
anymore
yeah.
either.
That's the
It's
thing.
just
Is like when my hero does funny stuff, like it's fun to be like, haha, edgeworm is a thing. Like, look at this fucking little guy's
yeah.
worm. There's nothing fun to even make fun of with new. It's not fun to like enjoy unironically, and it's not fun to read ironically.
Uh-huh.
So there's just nothing. There's nothing to it. I get what people are saying because people are like, oh, it's a visual novel in manga form, and I'm like, oh, cool. That sucks though.
Yeah, I guess it
Like
sucks. Yeah, I don't
you're
tell you,
you're
man.
right, it is, but it sucks. So yeah, that's going in the garbage can. No more Nue. Um, if it's particularly egregious one week and you want to tag me in a screenshot of how awful it is, maybe we'll talk about it again. But we're reaching the point where every episode has a man doesn't Nue's Exorcist fucking suck section.
Yeah, it's not that it's
So
false, because it's very true.
yeah,
It's
it's
just,
just
how
not
many
worth
times
the
can we
talk.
say
Yeah,
it?
yeah. There's only so many ways you can say this is terrible content.
I would much rather say, damn, Sakamoto Days got some fire choreography every week rather than, damn, New Age Exorcist is not very good.
Yes, yes. I don't think we need to talk about the whole chapter because it was pretty just fighting. But the Sakamoto chapter,
Yeah.
that shot at the end with him with the wings in front of the painting,
Yeah, yeah,
banger. That was such a good panel.
yeah,
We don't need to go into the whole thing because it was just pretty simple stuff. But that shot was really good. I enjoyed that.
yeah. It was really cool.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead. Sorry to apparently there's a shit zillion new. Although actually, I was gonna say apparently there's like a gazillion New Ace fans, but then I was looking on Twitter today, and one of the accounts that I follow was like actually it's not selling like that well, all things
Really?
considered. Like the volumes, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I think I saw the recent volume took like a hit. I don't. I think it'll probably survive. It'll probably
Oh,
be
it'll
fine.
survive. I'm
Yeah.
just like everyone's acting like it's about to be the next, JJK. After that, it's
Oh
gonna be the
yeah.
big
That's
explosion. It's not. It's not. It doesn't seem to be doing that. But anyway,
yeah.
enough about that series. We'll jump into our top threes here. Once I open up the thing that I keep the timestamps on because I forgot to do that before we started because I'm a professional. Um,
True.
all right, so the first one will be Chainsaw Man.
Very cool chapter. I very much enjoyed this one. I still had the feeling of like, oh, CSM chapter is done in like 15 seconds, but like, I still quite enjoyed this.
Did you? Okay, well, I guess we should specify. Are you talking about the one that came out yesterday or the one
Yeah.
prior?
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay. Yeah, because Chainsaw Man's on that weird release schedule now that we don't record on
Yeah. Yeah.
weekends, where like we have ones that come out like right as we do this.
Yeah. I was
Um,
talking about this most recent one. It's
yes,
very good.
151 was crazy. The shot of him pulling the ripcord and like ripping
Mhm.
his shirt off, and then he's like laughing as
Yeah.
he's turning into Chainsaw Man. Like
So
it's so good.
Nayuta wasn't able to take control of that guy whose name I forget. And I remember in part one, I think that was something that Makima in particular said it only isn't possible like if she doesn't see herself as superior to that person.
Right.
So that's interesting. I don't know if it's the same logic for Nayuta or not, but it's
I
interesting to think
assume it.
about.
I mean, there's like the guy is saying like, oh, it's because I Makima's power still has me and you can't overpower. I don't think it's that. I think it's just that Nayuta is like a normal little girl, more or less. She's
Yeah,
just kind of a bratty little kid, right? Like she's
yeah,
not a psychopath. So I think that she just doesn't have Makima's like natural sense of everyone else
Hmm,
sucks
hmm.
but me, you know? So I think she's just more like upset and afraid at the situation, um, which would lead to her not being able to do it. I also saw on Twitter there was a cool someone was talking about I need to find the page. There's a shot of when the house is on fire, page 11, where the
Hmm.
staircase coming out of the panel looks like his chainsaw coming out of his
Oh, that's
forehead.
cool.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that when I was reading it, but I saw it on Twitter and I was like, that's very cool. I like
Uh,
that.
Safe to say that Denji has kind of lost it. Um, Seeing Nayuta be like visibly disturbed by that
By him,
behavior of
yeah,
his was very interesting, considering her prior beliefs about him being Chainsaw Man, right?
yes.
Um, just like the background having Denji's entire new life burn to the ground,
Especially with the
and
last page is literally a flaming cross.
yeah, yeah, and he's essentially saying, "Oh well, goodbye to." Like this whole part two has been about him finding his identity as Denji, and now it's like, well, goodbye to that. Now I'm just Chainsaw Man.
Yep. Uh,
Very cool chapter though.
Next week, or yeah, next chapter probably gonna be pretty fucking crazy. I assume he's gonna
Yeah,
go off on these people, um,
we'll find
which
out in
is
three
gonna be,
weeks.
yeah. Oh God, it is 3 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, that sucks. Um, but no, it
Yeah, I
was really
guess.
good.
I,
Because for a while, Chainsaw Man Part Two had just been kind of simmering. Like
hmm,
whenever we talk about it, we're kind of like, it just feels like we're waiting for the
hmm.
next big thing. It definitely this chapter felt like the next big thing is finally here, and it paid off. It had a lot of that emotion that Part One had whenever something big
Yeah,
would happen. You know.
yeah. We finally got the big kickoff moment a few chapters ago, and it's been good.
Yes. All right. Next up, we have got Undead Unluck.
Getting to the sun in a month and a half. Holy shit, you're going fast.
Yeah, yeah,
That
you're
was the only thing I
flying.
could think of like the whole time. I was like, wow, you're going really fast to get to the sun in a month and a half. The master rule for change that was pretty cool. I'm very interested in the fact that we're going after young Jewies. That's really cool. Um, I'm really hoping that we don't spend 40 chapters going after all five of these people. I'm
Yeah,
getting a little tired of this, but if it's for her, if it's for Jewies, that's cool. I can fuck with it. For the rest, we'll see, I guess.
I also liked the concept that Louise or whatever. We can never pronounce her name right, and someone always is like, "It's this," and I never remember what they say.
Yep.
Louise or whatever, and Victor come from like before there were like concepts of family or gender or sex
Hmm.
or anything. So that's interesting. So they're like really fucking old, like pre-human humans. Um, but I mean, I guess we knew they were really, really old because Yui's was looping over and over again, and
Yeah.
Fuko's like millions of years old now just from one loop. So, um,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's interesting that her like origin is pre any of that stuff.
Hmm.
Um,
Also, that stuff with like Apocalypse actually having connections to other characters was really interesting, and it's not a direction I ever expected it to go with him.
yeah, where the bit about him not wanting her to have to keep doing this stuff,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
gaining some affection for her was also yeah, that was not what I was expecting either.
I was like, damn, I didn't see that coming, but I like that. That's cool. Also, the anime has been very good. I have my issues with it. Um, Sometimes it feels like Undead X Flashback instead of the actual anime.
Oh, that's
Like there's
unfortunate.
way too much time spent recalling shit that we already know about, even in like the same episode. I remember like during the not the sick stuff. What's his fucking name? Oh, I can't remember what it is. When they're in Oregon or not Oregon, right? Oh fuck, what state are they in? I can't remember. I think it's Nevada or something. When they're in like the desert city and they're fighting that Uma, there are multiple scenes where like it flashes back to things that happened like fucking 5 minutes ago for like an
That's
extended period of time.
super
It
annoying. I hate when
plays like
shows
the
do that.
whole scene back, and I feel like the pacing keeps going off the rails because of that. But I'm still enjoying it quite a bit. I think it's still fun.
Yeah, I haven't really watched it. I don't watch a ton of anime. I don't want to sit down and watch. And I watch like Gintama for another show that is about it. Very good by the way if you haven't watched it. Gintama's really good.
I'm
Um,
not.
so yeah, I haven't watched the anime. I've heard good things. I've heard that it's good, but no one talks about it basically.
It's
Uh,
very it's a flop.
yeah,
Unfortunately.
unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunate.
I because apparently it has a 3 a.m. time slot, which is insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's wild. But yeah, it's unfortunate that it's flopping. I hope it bounces back because I've heard that it's very enjoyable to watch.
Undead Unluck's opening and ending is also very, very good. I'm very nervous that we're about to get the second one because I don't know if they can even like hold a candle to this because they're
Oh,
so
that's
good, dude.
unfortunate. The transition like in Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 from that amazing one to special, which no one likes.
I'm nervous because oh my god, dude, the ending song. I put that shit on my Spotify playlist. It's so good, man.
Damn, I need to check it out. I
But
probably should
anime's been
watch it
fun.
before it gets too far ahead that I'm like, that's too many episodes. I'm not gonna watch it now.
Dude,
Uh,
the anime is about to it's about to start the first rip fight. So if you're gonna watch it,
oh, that's good.
now's
Okay,
the time.
yeah, yeah. I'll probably have to jump in on that then.
Yeah.
All right. Next up we got Kagurabachi.
Shonen is saved.
Dude, this shit's so sick. Like, I don't even, man, man, I can't believe that there's debate over whether or not this series will live. It's the best new series that's come out in a long time.
Yeah, good news at Jump Festa. They again explicitly acknowledged how successful the series is overseas.
Yes, which I think is a good sign. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
why you would even bring that up if you were like, this is a flop shit series. It's not
Yeah.
worth it. Because didn't they say explicitly like this series has like crazy support overseas and Japanese readers need to get on this and like catch
Yes.
up with
They
them?
like yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Which I mean, I feel like going into the I don't want to say going into the digital era because we've been in the digital era for a long fucking time, but it takes corporations an extremely long fucking
Yes, it
time to
takes
catch up to it. But
corporations an extra 20 years to catch up with
yeah,
everybody else.
going into the quote unquote digital era, hopefully Jump is like, well, I mean, it's very successful everywhere else, so maybe we'll be able to
Maybe we just keep
make
it
some money
going.
off
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Yeah,
I've seen people say that like even if they decide that it's not good enough for the main magazine, they could always slide it to Plus because that's
yeah.
where they just put the other stuff and it would make more sense with like international readers because
Hmm.
that's, where all that kind of stuff goes. I don't know if that's cope or not. I just kind of hope it doesn't get canceled. I don't care if it goes to
Yeah,
Plus or not, like as long as it's alive. Um,
yeah,
but I've just never heard of them other than like the author, say like with Chainsaw Man, where he's like, I don't want to
yeah.
do a weekly schedule. I want to do, the other thing. So they put them on in Plus.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's good that they know it. I mean, I think it's
Hmm.
still top 5 on Manga Plus right now.
It might be. I
Last I
haven't
looked,
looked.
I think I looked like yesterday. And
That's good.
it was only beneath like One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, and Boruto. I think were the only things that were higher than it.
Just a meme, by the way. Just
Yeah, dude, that drives
yeah.
me nuts because every time you go to like, it's weird how it's almost become like at first the meme thing happened, and then it's
Mhm.
almost gone to the complete reverse where like it's cool to downplay and like shit on it. Because like one of the Twitter accounts I follow, I don't remember his name. His icon's just the pirate logo for Shonen Jump. I don't remember his name. Sorry, guy. If you for somehow watch the show, um, he was like, man, I really like Kagurabachi's art. I think like if the guy he has potential to if he cleans up to be like one of the better artists in the magazine. Like I think it looks really
Mhm.
good. And like so many people came out of the woodwork to be like, "You're gassing this fucking meme. You're a joke. Who likes this garbage shit?" And then of course, you have like the new A PvPs that are like, "Oh man, I can't believe you would read Kagurabachi," and it's like, dude, you're such a fucking like, I don't know. I just don't know where it became like the whipping boy of the internet. I guess the people got sick of the meme after a while, and it made them lash out at even saying it's good at all. Um, but no, this chapter was crazy. That final shot him with all the goldfish everywhere. Oh, dude,
Oh my god, man.
it's fucking sick.
The moment of Chihiro like looking back and thinking about the conversation with his father, where his father was basically telling him like, "Oh, you're not me. Do your own thing, bro. Um, follow your own path in life or whatever." And then like both him in the past and the present getting him. That's fucking peak, bro.
Yep,
That was
yep.
awesome.
Where he's like wipes the tear or whatever out of his eye.
Yes, that's
It's
so
so
good.
good.
It's just like I've said it so many times by now, but it's just like another bit of just subverting what Chihiro was in chapter one, like the cringe lord.
Yeah,
He's
the
so good,
Sasuke.
man.
Yeah, like
He's
he's
so
not like
good.
that. And
Cause
I don't,
like
dude, this series in general, because a lot of people criticize like its faces, which I actually think is a valid criticism.
yes, I do too.
That I think a lot of people are very same facey in this.
Yes.
Um, but it still does a good job of conveying emotion, like
Mhm.
through character actions and character fate. Like again, him wiping the tear, banger, absolutely
Mhm.
crazy. The shot where you see Char in the jail cell, and they're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, the guy's running away," and she kind of like visibly deflates a little bit. Is like,
Yeah.
damn, like that hurt me seeing her get like
I loved
upset.
I love the stuff of him just like getting like emotionally fucked up by the thought of like, oh, what if I can't save her? That shit was so good, man. And then he decides to, go all out with all the fish are going crazy.
Yeah, the fucking fish everywhere.
Next chapter's gonna be insane, bro.
I almost wonder if we're gonna finish what Chihiro's doing, or if we're gonna switch back to Sojo because he's fighting the guys, and he's about to do the same thing. We're about to get
Yeah,
some masterclass shit right here, where he goes ape on
I
these
still
people.
I still hope he doesn't kill all five of them.
I think that he might, because I think that like
Man.
especially if there's pressure on, like, because you know how when you can kind of tell when you're like 20 chapters in that the mangaka's starting to feel the heat a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, if I don't think he's getting to that point yet, because I don't think anything in
Mhm.
this looks rushed at all. Other than maybe I saw some people saying they feel like the sword evolution bit was kind of rushed, but I don't think so. I think it's just
I thought it
giving
was
him like,
good.
yeah, I thought it was good, and I think it's just kind of give him the one, giving him a like superpower, his ultimate
I
move or whatever, which everyone
Yeah,
has.
yeah.
Um, and like
I
it's
don't
setting up stuff for future swords too, because it's not like these are the only two swords, right? So we have all these other
yeah.
swords we got to worry about.
I don't think I would call anything so far in this story rushed. Like maybe the first few chapters were kind of fast, but like I don't think anything's been
I
rushed
think
in
you have to be
Kagurabachi.
fast
Yeah, it's
nowadays,
the landscape, right?
Yeah, like because if you're not, if people aren't vibing with you by chapter like 30, you're just gone forever.
Hmm.
So I think you gotta kind of be fast
Yeah,
in things.
Fabricate 100, the savior of Weekly Shonen Jump, was axed at chapter 30. Anyways, Exorcist is like grabbing tits in chapter 30, so what can you
Yeah, well,
do?
yeah, maybe if Chihiro slips face first into some titties every other chapter, the series will be safe.
Oh my
Uh,
god, I hate this fucking magazine, man.
Me too. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad, dude. I can't believe that we're looking at this series, which is so sick, and like it does such good shit with its paneling, and it's just so much fun. And
if
everyone's like,
Kagurabachi gets if
I don't really like it.
Kagurabachi gets axed, bro, we gotta go on strike.
If Kagurabachi gets axed and Nue doesn't, because I know Nue won't, because it's very popular. If Kagurabachi gets axed and Nue gets like an anime, I'm done, man. I'm out. I think I'm finished.
I'll join you. We'll go retire somewhere
Yeah,
in
we'll
like
go to
fucking
some
Florida.
island. We'll go to
Yeah.
the island that Oceans went to when he retired from
Oh,
from the show.
when the new ways anime announcement gets announced, I'll meet you in the airport terminal.
And by that we mean we're gonna kill ourselves because it's gonna be the
Yes,
Jujutsu
if that
Kaisen
wasn't clear,
airport.
yeah.
Yeah, if in case
Yeah,
you didn't
if it
get it.
wasn't clear, yeah,
Yeah, in
we're
case you
gonna
didn't get it.
suicide pact.
Yeah. The episode's just gonna open with Oceans going, "Yo," and we're both gonna be like, "What the?"
He'd be like, "Damn, you guys caved pretty quick. Wasn't even gone that long."
So, how was the king of dog shit manga?
Oh man, Kagurabachi, great. Probably like top three for me in the magazine. Top two
Oh,
actually. Yeah,
easily for me.
Undead Unluck, and Kagurabachi are my top two for the magazine.
When the magazine drops every week, I always read in order of the shit that I'm most excited to see. Um, I always hit Kagurabachi first. To be fair to Jujutsu Kaisen, the leaks come out on Tuesday, so I don't need to jump to it because I already know what it is. Because I read them. Uh, I would probably go to Jujutsu Kaisen first, but otherwise I go to like Kagurabachi immediately, and then I hit like Sakamoto, Undead Unluck, Blue
Mhm.
Box, just that kind of stuff. Um, but dude, Kagurabachi easily like a top three in the book right now.
Yeah.
Really gonna suck when it gets canceled, so that Greens can keep going for another 2 weeks before it also gets canceled. Um,
Don't say that.
because
Don't say
God is dead, I guess. I don't know. This is already getting demonetized because I made a suicide reference, so whatever.
that. Might as well go all out now, bro.
Yeah, might as well just fucking go balls to the wall
Unchained.
here. Shonen and chill, unchill. All right, so now we can go ahead. We got some of our extracurriculars, as always. I think the good first one to start with is probably because we already alluded to it, is just Jump Festa.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, some cool stuff happened there. The Kagurabachi thing was the big thing for me. Just saying that, like,
Yes.
hey, we see the series, we know that people like it over there. We want it because to me that reads as like we want this to succeed, right? Like,
Mhm.
I mean, I guess that's kind of like a no-brainer because why would they publish it if they want it to flop, right? But
Mhm.
it to me it reads like they're trying to get it, some wind under its wings, which is
Yeah.
nice. Also, the bit about he might just be bullshitting because I swear to God he said this before, but the bit from Akutami where he's like, "Hey, this is gonna be the last one of these where Jujutsu Kaisen is on the stage because it will be over before the next one."
Mhm.
Swear to God he said that before. So I don't know if he's fucking around, but
I do not see how you can satisfyingly wrap up the series in not even 52 chapters because he's going to take a bunch of breaks, like 30 chapters.
yeah, I think a good estimate that I've seen was like roughly like 35 chapters.
That's not
Would be what
enough.
we get. I agree, it's not enough, but see, you said the word satisfyingly conclude, and
Yes,
that
of
doesn't
course.
that doesn't
Yes.
have to happen. It can conclude very unsatisfyingly,
Yes, that's true.
because I do legitimately think there's a solid chance that like the fighting going on right now is just like it.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking, and it's kind of insane, especially
I
considering
agree,
that,
it's
like,
ridiculous. There's so much stuff that's like
yeah,
hasn't been touched on, and I don't know how you bring it back in an interesting way at this point.
like the Kenjaku stuff alone could extend the series of
Yeah,
like what just
easily.
happened.
Because they cut Kenjaku's head off, and that like if all they're gonna do is just this fight, then there's a legitimate chance that just at some point he's just gonna pop up like in the fight.
She's gonna show up
And
again.
yeah,
You have
it's
to
just
cut my head off again,
yeah,
Yuta.
he's just gonna be a brain guy again, and some other
And then he'll
fucking
cut his head
person.
off again. And he'll be like, "Well, my legacy will carry on once more."
Once again, I will brain
In
somewhere
fucking
else.
yeah, in Jujutsu Kaisen, in fucking Bubutsu Bison.
Fuji Itadori. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I'm kind of annoyed that we still haven't seen Yuji do anything at all. Um, he really loves drawing him with those fucking Power Rangers arms, but he
Yes.
still ain't doing shit at all.
No, he's not.
He has not done a goddamn thing. So that's kind of irritating me. But we're we're at a weird place with Jujutsu Kaisen where like I don't know how you end it in a year and touch on the stuff that you obviously need to. Like what
I
happened with that
yeah.
shit with the principal and the cursed court? Remember that? You remember that?
Why was Miwa walking through the colony? Why did
Okay,
that
that
happen?
has to have been just like nothing. I assume she was
Yeah.
just going to talk to Yuta. Like, if is Yuta done here? I gotta
She
go pick
had
him up. Like,
like she didn't do anything, and then like fucking 20 chapters later, she was like, "Oh yeah, that was a binding vow. By the way, I can't fight."
yeah, wasn't she carrying a sword in that panel
I
too?
think so, yeah,
Why
but
would she even still have it if she can't draw it?
intimidation factor,
Just
I
yeah,
guess. I
don't
don't
fuck with her. She's got a sword.
don't.
Mila is a character I legitimately feel bad for because like that bit on the train with her and Mekamaru is genuinely pretty emotional. And like when he tells her, hey, Toto is going, you do not go because
Yeah.
you'll die. And she's like, so what? Am I just like fucking irrelevant? And he's like, no, it's because I want to protect you. Turns out, girl, yeah, that is in fact why. All that
See,
emotional moment there, actually, yeah, it's because you're fucking
a lot
useless.
of a lot of people like to say that Gege is misogynist, and look, I don't think that's technically true. I think that Gege doesn't like his characters in general is the main
I,
issue.
I, I actually do think that there are several characters that Gage doesn't give a fuck about like at all.
I
Um,
think there are some that he does like, but I think the number is very small.
Toji and Maki.
Very, very, very small number.
Yeah.
And the rest of the cast he actively dislikes.
Like we know he doesn't like Gojo. Like that's the meme, right? It's like he hates Gojo. Like obviously, um, he's got to hate Megami. He has to.
There's no
There's no other
Oh
like
my god.
reason for like there. He has to.
Bro, Campa, I don't know if you watch this, bro. Look at what your potential man shit has done to the internet.
Yeah,
Look at what he's
you've
done.
broken the internet with that meme. It's fucking
It was
ruined.
funny when he did it, and then everyone else started doing it. It's just not funny anymore.
No, it was funny one time. The Megami one is legitimately funny.
Yes, that was really good. He
Um,
cooked.
yes, yes. Every other one I've seen since then has been god awful.
Super, super not funny.
There's tiers of it too. Like, have you seen the one with the fucking Gold Experience Requiem on it? That might be the
No.
least funny shit I've ever seen in my life. Um, because the whole point, like the meme is supposed to be funny because like a character that doesn't do anything in the story, but everyone talks about how
Yeah.
cool he is. But then people were like making it like a power scaling thing, like 0 feats, and it's like, dude, I don't give a shit about like stop it, stop it. Like
Ran it
it's
into the
not
ground
destroy.
instantly.
Yeah, I've never seen the only meme I've seen get absolutely obliterated that fast was the Kagurabachi one.
Yeah.
Um, and that one was at least still like funny with like absurdity to it.
Yeah, yeah.
But the problem with the Potential Man one is that there's so much text that you have to be a funny person to make it
Yeah.
funny.
And Camp was funny.
He's a funny guy. Yeah, that was a good
Yeah.
meme. That's funny shit on there. Um, 99% of the people that tried to make them are not funny at all. So it was just a shit show.
God. It was a great meme for like an hour though. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Oh yeah. The very first time I saw it, I was like, "Ha, that's really good." Um, about 7 minutes later, when all the other ones started showing up, it
They're
stopped being
still
good.
doing it too. Oh my god, I think Campa sent something to a group chat, I think, or somebody, and people are doing it on TikTok now too.
Oh my God, please,
Yeah. It's like
please, just let it go. It's not funny. I don't even understand
it
like
must feel crazy to like watch your creation get run down in real
to
time
get
so
just
quickly
obliterate. Yeah,
before the weekend.
it's gotta be. Yeah, it's gotta be a nightmare. Um, but yeah, like back on top. Somehow we got all the way over there.
Sorry.
Um, I don't know. Hey man, I went with it too. Yeah, like the Miwa thing. Like, what the fuck is even the point of that? Remember when the president gets murdered? Or the president, the fucking principal gets murdered, and it's
Yeah.
like because you won't tell us the secret of how to make these curse
Yeah,
corpses.
yeah. And
And
then
hey,
Even Pandas
that
come. Yeah.
fucking went nowhere.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
And didn't they
But we're
bring it
ending
up
in 2 volumes, don't
also
worry.
when Gojo was like going to fight Sukuna, and he was like, "You know, don't you, old man? Like, don't you know the thing, and you didn't tell them the thing." And the
I
old
don't
man was like,
recall.
"Well, because remember the old man was like, hey, how come you didn't kill me when you got out of the box? Because I killed Principal Yaga and you liked him, so you should
Mhm.
probably kill me in revenge." And Gojo's like, it was really my fault for getting sealed, that all that stuff happened anyway. And also, like, he told you the thing and you didn't tell anyone, so I think you're kind of still, like, there's some good in you, old guy.
Mhm.
That fucking went nowhere. He played the ukulele for like 2 seconds so that Gojo could shoot a big bomb that did nothing. And then he
Huge.
vanished, and he will never be back. And we keep getting. It's crazy to me that there's like apparently there's like 30 chapters left, and we keep getting like new information. Like, hey, Nanami's curse technique is in his fucking paddle. I'm gonna swing it at Sukuna one time, and you will not see me again. I bet. Like, dog, who's that for? Um, Choso got like fucking blasted, and everyone's like, oh, uh, he's got to be dead, right? And if that's stupid, I don't even know what to think about, like how you could
Aren't
wrap
those
any of this up
leaks?
well. I don't care. Yeah, they are. Whatever. I don't care. Um, but it's like I don't know how you can possibly make any of this not enjoyable. That's the wrong word, but satisfying by the end. Because we
Mhm.
already failed on that with Gojo completely, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The best justification I saw for it was that he tired out Sukuna. He made him eepy, so his character was well used. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what we could possibly do further with that.
It's like I don't know. I can't possibly see how JJK ends this year. I can fully believe this being MHA's last year, though.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
well because
MH. I
like
think
what is
yeah.
even left? Like
MHA. I think has 2 volumes left.
yeah, I think that's reasonable.
I
Uh,
think volume 41 will be Deku versus Shigaraki, and volume 42 will be a bunch of like probably mediocre epilogue stuff, and then it'll just sort of end.
yeah, I could totally see that. It's definitely getting a Demon Slayer weird ending
Hmm.
chapter. That's like where are they now? It's for sure gonna get one of those.
Yeah,
Um, but I mean
it's
there
gonna be
really
weird,
isn't
man.
anything left, right?
It's
I
it's
mean,
it's gonna be crazy for MHA to be over. You know, like
yeah, well it's been a main. God, when did it come out? 2014?
yes,
Somewhere in that area. So about a
it's the manga
decade.
started in
Yeah.
2014. Yeah,
So it'll have been a mainstay in the book for a decade, and it's gonna finally
yeah.
end.
What are we
Um,
gonna talk about for 35 minutes per episode?
we need to catch up to One Piece because that's never gonna go away. So we'll
Ah,
be safe.
fuck. Are you sure?
We need to ruin your what manga did you read this year for next year also by making it all
Oh
One Piece.
man. Can I at least wait for the remake, bro?
Oh, that's actually that was a very good transition. Look at you.
Thanks, man.
That was great. That was 10 out of 10. Yeah. So was the One Piece remake announced at Jump Festa? It was, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Boy, that's alarming for many reasons. One, I don't think you should be remaking One Piece like while the anime is still ongoing. Um, it's Netflix produced too, right?
Very interesting. Very, very unexpected and strange. Yes, it is. Strange decision. Um, However, if I was gonna watch One Piece, this would be the time.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing that alarms me is it's Wix. Is that the name? Wix Studio?
Wit.
Wit Studio. Um, and apparently they use AI in the stuff that they make. Um,
They
and
made
the
a
last
project.
time,
They
yeah,
made a
maybe you know the
project.
name of it.
Yeah. I don't remember the name. The dog and or the boy and his dog or some shit. They made a project where all of the backgrounds, I believe, were entirely AI generated, and in the credits for that short film or whatever you want to call it, the background art is credited by, or it's credited as AI plus human.
Oh God. Okay. And then I remember because Ocean's actually like came out of the ether to tell me this. And he was like the last time that this studio made something and they said it was with quote unquote cutting edge and like technology, that's what they meant. They meant that they're using AI to do it. And they said
Yeah.
that about the One Piece thing. So I think there's a decent shot that this is
Um,
gonna have some AI stuff in it.
Things that they've also worked on are they're working with Cloverworks on Spy Family. Um, they did Attack on Titan for a while, and I believe they did season one of Vinland Saga.
I have no idea. I had never heard of. Well, actually, that's not true. I've heard of the name, but I've never heard of anything that they have done like or
Um,
gotten big
they're
credit for.
well before AI, uh, they do quite good work.
Okay. I wonder what the staff of the anime that's currently making it thinks about it. You think they're like,
It must
damn,
feel weird, dude.
it's gotta feel kind of shitty, right? Like you'd think.
Like I don't know, man. I don't really know how I feel about it. Besides the fact that this is my entry into One Piece if I'm ever gonna consume it, because
Yeah, you're gonna have to, yeah, because you might
I
as well
don't
start
want
from
to
the
sit
beginning.
through the fucking episodes released when I was like 0 years old that have like 65 episodes of filler between one canon episode.
Yeah, and because it's Netflix produced, I feel like it's gotta be because they realized that the live action one kind of popped, right? That they're like, quick, we gotta get on the One Piece
Yeah.
train.
Also, I believe Netflix also leans into AI, if I recall. I remember when I
That
was
wouldn't
doing
surprise
research.
me.
I remember
I
when I
don't know
was
for
doing
sure.
research for a video I made a while ago. Um, I believe I was looking at job listings for AI related stuff for Netflix. So that's two AI companies involved to some extent. So we'll see what happens.
Maybe we'll get Luffy with fucked up hands. That would be funny.
Luffy and his face changes like every 3 frames because the AI is fucked up.
That would be kind of funny. But I hope it's good. I saw One Piece fans are pretty hype about it. I don't really care. I might watch it. I probably won't. Um, but more power to them if they're hyped about it. The live action was cool. I liked that. Um,
I haven't watched it.
I enjoyed it. It's like the only live action thing that was good for anime that I think maybe I've ever seen. I mean, Bleach was okay. And have you watched any of the live action shit?
Nope.
Bleach was okay. Rurouni Kenshin was okay. Um, I've only seen the American Death Note. That was obviously like a shit show. That was like Dragon Ball Evolution tier bad. But yeah, I enjoyed the live action One Piece, and then the live action Yu Yu Hakusho just came out, and that sucks terribly, which is a shame. That's a fucking nightmare. Um, I don't want to go too in depth on that, but holy shit, have you seen anything about that?
I only saw you quote retweet one clip and you said, "Hey, this fight actually looks impressive."
Yeah, so there's the fight choreography and stuff in it is actually cool,
Hmm.
but they take the first like four arcs of entire arcs of the series and condense them into 5 episodes.
That's so gas, bro.
It's insane. I like there are moments in the manga and the anime that take like a shitload. Like I don't actually know how many episodes the anime is.
Honestly,
I'm
man,
googling.
this is the future, bro. Like, make an MHA live action, make it 8 episodes, 1 episode per season. That's all you need, bro, right there.
Okay, so it goes. It obviously the content has changed because it's fit into like 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Um, but they go all the way up through almost 70 episodes of the original anime
What the fuck?
condensed into five. Um,
What the fuck?
yeah, yeah, completely obliterating a great deal of the emotion and the feeling of anything that happens.
I don't
Uh,
know. I don't understand how you can like, as I don't know, like a producer or whoever made this call, come to that decision. Like, maybe I care about art too much, but if someone was like, okay, what if we take the first like 70? What if we take like the first fucking like 100 chapters of the series, and we make it in 5 episodes? I'd be like, you're dumb as fuck. What is
well,
wrong with you?
yeah, that's the thing, right? Is that I don't understand how people haven't figured out by now that when you're adapting a thing that people like, if you just make that thing again, they'll like it, right? Because you know they already like it. So why in the hell are you looking at this thing that exists and is popular and you're like, you know what? I could do it better.
Let's cut 98% of it.
70-ish episodes? How about five? I could do better.
Like, my
And
jaw would drop. Like, I don't understand how you can come to this conclusion and not be like huffing paint.
yeah, and how did nobody in that boardroom say that? Like, oh hey, you wanna this is minor spoilers, but like, hey, you wanna have the most emotional death in the series that takes place in the 60s happen like 10 minutes after you meet this character? That's what you want to do? And the guy's like, yeah, yeah, no, it's great.
Did they
Awesome.
watch it? Maybe they watched the show on like 5 times speed, and they thought that's how the TV series should be as well.
Maybe they watched like a YouTube video of like
Yu Yu
greatest hit
Hakusho
clips.
summarized in 16 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yu Yu Hakusho at hyperspeed, and it's this guy just like listing off bullet points, and they're like, yeah,
uh,
just do that and put it on Netflix.
I mean, look, the YouTube video's got like 100,000 views. That's pretty good, man. Do it for the show too.
And it's funny that it's a Netflix series because it's like, hey,
Mhm.
Netflix just made One Piece that just got like all this praise for being really loyal to the original source material,
Mhm.
and then they produced Yu Yu Hakusho, which was not loyal to the source material literally at all. And the only good thing I've ever seen anyone say about it is that it has good choreography and like effects. Like it looks cool. And everything else sucks. So
Insanity.
it's yeah, what a decision that was. Um, goddamn. Yeah. If you're a fan of the like, I've actually what I've seen people say is that if you are not a fan of Yu Yu Hakusho, you might like it because like it's cool looking. Like you might get some enjoyment out of it because it's like five
Huge.
episodes of just like neat stuff. But if you like Yu Yu Hakusho, you'll hate it, which in turn makes you wonder who's this for? Because Yu Yu Hakusho is not like Naruto. Like it's a popular series, but it's not on that level. You
Hmm.
don't have like people sitting there going like, "Damn, I really need to get my hands on Yu Yu Hakusho right now." Like I don't know who's that shit for. It's fucking crazy.
That is
Oh
very
yeah,
unfortunate.
yeah, it is unfortunate. But we also thought it would be funny and share yours in the comments also if you got one of these because I assume it goes out to everybody who subscribes to the
Yeah.
application. But what our top five most read series for the year is? I thought that would be funny to go through.
Yeah, you can go first.
I'll go first. Okay, so mine was number one was One Piece, and I can explain. I can defend myself. I was trying to catch up with it while I was on a work trip, and I did not do that. I made it to Marineford, and I was like, damn. And then I just never got back to it. I don't think it was that bad. I enjoyed it, but I just haven't read it again since then. Um, my number two was Jujutsu Kaisen. Seems reasonable. My number three was Chainsaw Man. Or no, I think I'm doing it in the wrong order. I think Chainsaw Man was two, and Jujutsu Kaisen was
Yes.
three. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, Chainsaw Man was number two, JJK was number three, and then I had Sakamoto Days at number four, and Blue Box at number five. Which that one surprised me because I didn't think I read that much Blue Box, but it might have just been like a circumstance of the show and it
Yeah.
airing longer than the other stuff.
That's crazy. Yeah, we can move on though. It's fine.
No, yours is good. Let's share. Let's hear
No. That's
yours.
fine.
It's so funny because it's just obviously like Stuff that you hate that you had to keep up with to get. It's so funny.
3 of the 5 that are on mine, I do not really enjoy.
One of them you
2 of
actively were
them
like, I don't ever want to read this again.
one of them I dropped, and one of them I was really happy when it ended. My
No,
number
go on,
1
go on.
my number 1 is Yozakura. We went through a little rough patch in our relationship, but we're getting somewhere again. Oh, also Yozakura, the anime looks very good. It's very pretty.
Yeah, yeah. That a Jump Festa too?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it does look very pretty. I might actually watch that because I really
It looks
enjoy
very
early
good.
Yozakura stuff.
Yeah. Number 2 is you know, Mashal. You could tell that that series was over 100 chapters before the when I had to get on S&C. Not very good. Did not like it very much. Not fun. Not enjoyable. It had one good arc actually. I did like that. I forget. I don't even remember what it is, but I liked it. Um, Number 3, Sakamoto. You can also tell that one's 100 chapters because it's on here. Sakamoto's good though. It's fun. Number 4 is Akane, which I'm not a huge fan of personally. And number 5 is Ichinose.
That's the funniest one to me is Ichinose being on there. That kills me, dude. It's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, at least Nue's not on there.
Well, that's true, but that's probably just a circumstantial thing. That
Yeah.
it started late enough in its lifespan that we didn't get there.
I hope Shonen Jump doesn't do this again. I don't want to see this shit ever again.
Oh, it
Eh,
kills me, dude. It's
I
so funny.
every time I do MHA stuff, I go to an illegal website because they have the volume scans. I don't read it on Viz. Otherwise,
That's fair.
MHA might be there.
I'm actually surprised MHA isn't there. Oh yeah, I guess you said because you read it on different places. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. But man, looking at that list that you said was fun. I could feel your pain as you were typing out the word Ichinose.
I saw it popped up and it was all series I did not expect to be on there and I was like, "Oh man." But like it made sense really quickly why they're on there. It's cuz I had to read all that shit in like a month or two to
Yeah,
get on
you had to like
SNC.
burn through it all almost to
Yeah.
get caught up for the show. Oh, that's really funny.
And all of the other long-running series are the ones I actually have already read, like MHA and JJK, so they're not on there. And I already read part 1 of CSM, so that's not on there.
Didn't you have to burn some for CSM though? Or was it just were you just
Yeah,
catching up part 2?
I had to catch up on part 2 because I
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
reading
so
part
that's
2.
not that much. Yeah. But yeah, put
But no,
yours
I
in the
was
comments, whatever you got as
yes.
well. I'm interested to see what everybody got. And also put if they surprised you. Cause obviously we have some weird ones on there for people.
If Niue is on your list, we will pin your comment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. If Nue is on your list, by all means, tell us so that we know
Yes,
who to
so you can
avoid
get
in
tar and
public.
feathered.
You just don't understand. You just don't vibe with basement dweller culture on that
I
level,
guess
okay?
not, man. I guess not.
You
What
just
can I
don't
say?
you just don't get it. You don't understand. Go well, basement dwellers can't have a hero, all right? Everybody needs a Goku, okay?
Look, if you guys want a hashtag real basement dweller, pick up ReZero starting life in another world from zero, okay?
Hashtag true gooner.
The greatest basement dweller of all time.
There you go. There you go. You don't need Gakuro. That's his name, right?
Oh, don't get me started. I had to like, I was about to start saying things, and I was like, never mind. It's just not worth it.
There was some hurt that was about to come out.
Oh God,
Oh man. All
we
right.
need to make
Well,
like a fucking. We need to like make a treaty to not bring up Gakuro or Nue's Exorcist or something, because I can't contain myself sometimes.
we need to have like one of those WWE contract signings like in the middle of the.
You will not bring up Nue in front of me, and also you will not disparage Fabricate 100 in front of me.
How does it feel to have to be on a show that talks about the magazine that canceled Fabricant but keeps running Nue?
What did I just say, man? We just talked
I
about
haven't
this.
signed it yet. I gotta get it out while I can.
I'm gonna fucking leave the show if you keep this up. You keep it up, see what happens.
It's all right. The joke's gonna be on both of us when Kagurabachi gets killed and Nue gets its anime announcement on the same
Kagurabachi
day.
gets killed. Yeah, then SSC's done. We're finished.
It's in the trash. It's in the garbage. Oh man. What's scary though is that's a real possibility.
Yeah, it's got like a 30% chance of happening. So
It's so, if you're fans of the show, you better start writing in to John Shonen Jump and be like, don't you cancel Kagurabachi.
I needed everyone to go on to Japanese Amazon and buy Kagurabachi Volume 1, please.
Import that shit immediately.
Yes, immediately. I think it comes out in February, I think I heard.
First one that posts a picture of their garage full of boxes of Volume 1 of Kagurabachi will shout you out on the show.
Yeah, well, I'll pay you an exposure.
It's worth it. Kagurabachi's #1 shooter. You'd be legendary.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I think that covers everything we wanted to talk about. There's nothing else that's crossing your mind. I got nothing.
We're gonna lose everything.
He's just in full doomer mode, like hands in the head, or head in the hands, like, oh my god, it's ending. It's all
The
over.
West has fallen.
The West truly has fallen.
Remember what they took from you?
If Kagurabachi does get canceled, I'm just gonna replace this show with an hour and a half long static image of that Sakamoto Days shot with the terrorist group that wants to attack for the canceling of their favorite series.
That'll
That's
be our
all the
special
show's gonna be.
episode.
It's just gonna be like 2 straight hours of that image.
I I'm not saying I want Kagurabachi to get canceled, but I would love to see like in an alternate timeline our episode if it does happen. Holy shit, there will be so much hate in our hearts.
Yeah, dude, that is gonna be so awful. The newest segment is gonna be like 2.5 hours long of just us shitting on that.
There's only gonna be one timestamp, and it's gonna be called Kagurabachi, and it's gonna be 2.5 hours long. And that'll be it. And then like
Just
you'll
toxic
skip somebody, yeah,
streams of
somebody will skip halfway through, and it'll be me like screaming into my microphone in rage, in pure fury.
they're gonna yeah, you skip like an hour in and it just starts playing like Godzilla noises through the microphone, like horrible screeching roars.
Just hear shit in your background getting like tossed around the room, and like they skip another half an hour in, and it's still going, like it's still happening.
Yeah, that's just no one's even talking. It's just like the noise of shit getting broken.
The last 10 minutes is just pure silence, like we're just sitting there, we're just sulking, and then a little like after 15, 20 minutes of dead silence, you're just like, all right, everyone, thanks for coming out. That'll be this week's episode.
Thanks. That's another episode in the
We're gonna
books.
take a break for a month, then we'll be back.
Come back, it's rebranded as a completely different show. It's not even about Shonen Jump anymore.
Might be the biggest W of the show.
Oh Jesus, dude! I'm joking now, but it's like 50% cope. There's like real fear in my heart.
It won't get axed. It'll be fun. It'll be cool.
It'll be
It'll be
fine.
chill.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Enough people on Twitter like it. They're
Yeah.
reading it on Manga Plus, man. Look at that. Look at that, guys.
Twitter
Please.
is everything if you think about
Twitter
it.
is the whole world, really, if you think about it.
Yeah.
As long as it's the thing that you like. If it's a thing that you don't like, then
Yeah.
Twitter doesn't count at all. But
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Basically
Couldn't have
that
said it
it
better
all leads
myself.
back to everything that I like is good and everything that other people like is not good unless I like it too.
That is the truest shit I've ever heard in my life. Really, when you get down to it.
It's just real as it gets.
When you get down to brass tacks, I mean, that's it. Let's get the show with, man. Let's go.
All right, everybody. That's gonna be a winter episode in the books. We're not gonna do one next week because we do it every other week. I don't know because there's
The magazine's on break too.
yeah the magazine's on break too, but then I don't know like how holidays work if there's even gonna be a magazine the following week. So we'll see how that goes because I know Chainsaw Man's on 3 weeks, but I think Jujutsu Kaisen's
Mhm.
only off on one because of the magazine. I don't know. We might see in 2 weeks. We might not. You fucking wait and see. Find out
Yeah,
when we get there.
we'll see what happens. Maybe we just won't come back.
Maybe, yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I'm gonna walk out the door to get milk right now, and in 10 years
Maybe
you're gonna be like, Mom, where did Shonen and Chill go?
yeah, maybe during the break it'll get announced that this is Kagurabachi's last chapter, and then you just won't see us again.
All of our socials and channels and everything just go dark. It's just like the last episode 10 years ago,
Yeah, my fucking
lost in a
profile
myth.
picture on YouTube goes black.
Yeah, just complete. Oh my god. All right, everybody. We will catch you in the next one.